Book 3, Lesson 12. Adopt. Adopt. Verb. Number 1. To take into one's home and to raise a child as part of one's family. The Beckwiths were happy to adopt both the brother and sister so that the children could stay together. Number 2. To take up and make one's own. Our town adopted a recycling plan that includes all paper, glass, and metal.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? If you adopt a cat, you give the cat away. If you said no, you are correct. If you adopt a cat, you bring the cat home with you and take care of it.
Arouse. Arouse. Verb. Number 1. To awaken from sleep. Tanya was aroused in the middle of the night by her dog jumping on the bed. Number 2. To excite or bring about. Our visit to Gettysburg last summer aroused my brother's interest in the Civil War.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. The new teacher aroused excitement when she A. gave extra homework, or B. brought cupcakes to class. If you said B, you are correct. Arouse means to create a strong feeling of excitement.
Arrange. Arrange. Verb. Number 1. To put in a certain order. Marta and Vincent arranged the desks and chairs in 3 long rows before the students arrived. Number 2. To plan or prepare. Uncle Eli arranged to meet us at the train station at 1:30.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? Tanya arranged for a taxi to pick her up by calling the taxi company ahead of time. If you said yes, you are correct. When you arrange for something to happen, you plan ahead.
Sell. Sell. Noun. Number 1. A small room with little or no furniture, especially one used for prisoners. The town jail had 3 cells, each with a bunk bed, a washbowl, and a toilet. Number 2. A tiny unit of living matter. The cells that make up all plants and animals can only be seen by using a microscope. Number 3. A small enclosed space grouped with others. The cells of a honeycomb have 6 sides.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which of these is a cell? A. A tiny piece of a living thing. Or B. The arms of the body. If you said A, you are correct. A cell is the smallest part of an animal, plant, or other living thing.
Infection. Infection. Noun. A disease caused by germs. You should wash that cut carefully and clean it with alcohol to prevent infection.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? An infection can make you sick. If you said true, you are correct. An infection is a disease caused by germs.
Influence. Influence. Noun. Number 1. The power to cause change or bring about certain results. The influence of Martin Luther King Jr.'s ideas was clear in the marcher's peaceful actions. Number 2. Someone or something that can cause change. Listening to tapes of the famous young violin player had a great influence on Lydia's playing. Verb. To cause change or bring about certain results. The position of the moon in relation to the earth influences tides around the world.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. If Mara influences Dave, she A. has an effect on him, or B. puts him to sleep. If you said A, you are correct. Influence means to have the ability to cause a change in someone.
Injure. Injure. Verb. To do harm to hurt or damage. Acid rain, which is a result of burning coal, injures plants, soil, and water. Injury. Injury. Noun. Harm or damage. Jonathan's fall on the ice is what caused his wrist injury.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? A broken leg is an injury. If you said true, you are correct. An injury is the result of being hurt.
Pattern. Pattern. Noun. Number 1. The way in which shapes, objects, or colors are placed in relation to each other. The circular pattern of the garden was clear when I looked at it from the balcony. Number 2. A plan or diagram that is used as a guide for making things. Caitlin used this paper pattern to cut out the pieces for a jacket.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? If you follow a pattern when making a shirt, you make a shirt that is not like any other shirt. If you said false, you are correct. A pattern is a model or design that can help you make something. If you follow a pattern, you'll make a shirt that is exactly like the pattern.
Series. Series. Noun. A number of similar things laid out or happening in a certain order. This summer, the series of evening concerts by the river includes one of my favorite guitar players.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? If Mr. Miller asks Enrique a series of questions, Mr. Miller asks Enrique several questions in a row. If you said yes, you are correct. A series of questions is a group of questions that are asked in a certain order.
Vision. Vision. Noun. Number 1. Eyesight or the sense of sight. After he was fitted with suitable glasses, Simon's vision improved greatly. Number 2. Something imagined or hoped for. A dream of what might be. The people in the town had a vision of a river clean enough to swim in, and they worked for years to make it happen.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? Ben wears glasses because his vision is perfect. If you said false, you are correct. People wear glasses because their vision or ability to see is not perfect.
Next, let's move to today's story. Reading with the fingertips. Have you ever noticed the raised dots that label some elevators and public restrooms? This is a method of writing that enables people who cannot see to read by using their fingertips. Its name is Braille. Let's discover how this form of writing came into use. First, we must learn about its inventor. Louis Braille was born in France in 1809. He was the son of a saddle maker. When he was 3, he injured an eye in an accident in his father's workshop. The infection from the wound spread to his other eye. Within a year, he lost his vision. When he was 10, he was sent to a school for the blind. The school was in Paris. The students there learned by listening to their teachers. One day, a visitor came to the school. His name was Charles Barbier. He was to have an enormous influence on Braille. Louis was then 12 years old. Barbier had invented a new way of writing. He had hoped the French army would adopt his method. This writing was designed to be used at night. Soldiers could read it without showing a light. Barbier hoped the head of the school, whose students lived their lives in darkness, could use his way of writing. Louis Braille stood out among those students. His mind was quick. He was eager to learn. The head of school invited him to meet the visitor. Barbier began to show how his writing worked. Braille's interest was aroused. Barbier took a sheet of thick paper. Using a pointed instrument, he punched a series of holes in it without going through. This caused raised dots to appear on the other side of the paper. These dots were grouped together in cells. The cells could be placed in any of 12 positions. Each group stood for a different sound. By running a fingertip over them, a person could read a message. Braille was excited by Barbier's invention, but he knew that it needed to be simpler. He started working on it at once. Instead of 12 positions for each unit, he decided to work with 6. This let reader make sense of the raised dots more quickly and easily. To understand Louis Braille's method, picture a dice with the 6 dots showing. Each of the 2 rows of 3 dots is going from top to bottom. The dots in Braille are formed in this pattern. A single raised dot in the top left position is the letter A. 2 dots, one at top left and one at center left, form the letter B. There are 63 ways to arrange these dots. That way they can stand for other things besides the 26 letters of the alphabet. For example, a single dot at center left is a comma. Braille remained at the school all his life. He taught there. He also helped to print books that used his method. He played the organ there too. Braille was a very good musician. He showed people how to write music in Braille. Charles Barbier did not sell his method to the army, but he played a part in changing forever the way blind people read. Because of what he started and Louis Braille completed, people everywhere who cannot see are no longer limited by blindness. They can read from 100 to 200 words a minute. That is about the same speed as most people who use their eyes to read. The end.